Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Brian. We're going to be doing more Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on Game Boy Color today. In the last episode, we stole a car and flew it into a tree. That's pretty much it. So we finally made it to Hogwarts. Now we can go and explore the areas in Hogwarts overall. Like we can go down to the dungeons, for example. In here, it's the staff room. But we can use, you know, the different areas in order to find different like cards and other things like that. I'm not going to worry too much about finding things. Like finding those types of things are not really useful for me right now, especially given like the cards are pretty much full. I have all the cards I need. We will be coming back into this room later on. This is Filch's office for the caretaker, so we'll deal with that later. What's in here? I'm trying to remember. Just a broom cupboard. Closet. I was gonna say closet and cupboard, and it kind of got merged. Snape's office. Don't need anything in there. Potions office. Potions classroom. I'm not gonna worry about going up the other way because we're gonna do that later. Over here, though, this is a very interesting. This door does not go anywhere. That never opens, which is a little weird, and it doesn't even show on the map. So it's like, doesn't really do anything. But we do have this capability. We can go to this little thing and check the map, and just see. It doesn't say what classrooms and what rooms are what, but it does help kind of give us an idea of where things are that we can go into. Now, if we go into here, we have a little store with the Weasley's Emporium. So we can buy wizard cards, Avery flavor beans, whatever else we need. Not that we have to buy anything here, and we can also sell some of these items as well. We're not going to worry about that at the moment, given that we don't really need to. Up here, it is locked. We'll be going in that room later. But for now, let's go on up to, I believe, the 5th floor. We're going to ignore pretty much everything else in here for the time being, because honestly, there's not really a need to get anything else. And that's mainly because we want to... This is what, the 3rd floor? 2nd floor. Oh, that's right. Because they're British, they have a different numbering scheme than America. So, the 3rd floor... Let's go to the 4th floor. And also the music, for some reason, changes depending on which floor you're on. If you go up a certain level or whatever. But we will head over to... yeah, we need a little bit of healing. We don't need much, but we're gonna go into the infirmary real fast, and we're gonna talk to Madame Pomfrey, and we can get healed real fast. So that's gonna be our healer from, if you remember from a previous episode, Diagon Alley healer. That is effectively what this is in the school. So we'll be able to go there anytime for any healing of any kind. Now, I believe we're on the 5th floor. Yes. All right, so I believe it's this room here. Oh, it's locked. Oh, that's right, because we can't do anything there yet. We'll just keep going on up then. 7th floor. And over here? Oh, yeah, that's right. So, like on the ground floor, there was a Weasley Emporium. There's also one up on the top floor. Now, it does have different items, so like revive potions and things like that, but it also has the clothing that I was talking about before. So you can buy different clothing, and that increases different stats and things like that. Just have everyone wearing rubber gloves and oven mitts and whatnot. It's a little on the weird side if you think about it, but don't think about it too hard. Instead, we're going to go over into this hallway. Oh, I'm on the wrong floor. I have to go down a floor, but I'm not going to worry about that right this second. I'm just going to do that later. So we're going to head into the common room, but... oh, that's right. We don't have the password. Different phrases. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Traffic violation. Thanks, Hermione. Yeah, I think everyone's heard. So now that we know the password, we can actually get in and out of the common room pretty much no problem, which is nice. All right, so Ron left the group, and I think we can go back out if we wanted to. However, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to go up and go to bed, because honestly, we can't do anything that I want to do until after the day starts anyway. Which, as the game progresses, we will be able to get different card combinations from the Card Collector's Club Room. That's a long name. I'm just going to call it the card room. But yeah, basically, as the game progresses, different plot points, you will be able to get those card combos. Herbology starts soon, which is actually where we're going to get a new spell, which is actually going to be very useful. We're actually going to be getting it. Yes, actually. So basically, we're going to be getting the Incendio spell, which is very useful against any plant creatures. But we don't get it right away. We have to do some stuff first, as you normally do with any video game. You have to get something, do stuff before you get your reward. Is this the hallway? Yes. All right, so we're going to talk over to this portrait here. And this is Wendell in the Weird. And we do have the misprinted card that we got from the kid in the game shop. So, let's see. We've got a spider. And so we're going to go and talk to Hagrid. So we're basically going to do the entirety of this trading sequence quest today. Now, one of the other things about Hogwarts is there's secret passages. Now, if you know where to go, you can go between different floors. So, like, we can go from the 6th floor all the way down to the dungeons, just to make it a little bit easier to navigate. And I'm going to be making a lot of use of those, mainly because we don't really want to have to go around all that much, but I am realizing I should have probably gone up to the card collector's room and gotten the rewards from there, but I will do that in a second. Since we're doing this trading sequence before we even go to class on the first day of school, we're just going to get that all out of the way, and we'll get up to that room anyway in our travels. Alright, so we're going to give Hagrid the spider. And let's see, what are we going to get? Spiked collar. Alright, so we're going to go and give that over to Filch. Because Filch wants that for Mrs. Norris. Now, this whole trading sequence is going to give us a really good item at the end. So it is very much worthwhile to do if you want to get that. But I don't want to spoil what it is yet. So let's head on up to Filch's office here. Talk with him. I'm lurking about. He likes the collar. He wants it from Mrs. Norris. Alright, so we got Lockhart's portrait. Alright, so we got to go find it for, find the owner of the portrait, because obviously we don't want to be caught walking around with it. I want to say it probably, I think the person's on the 5th floor, so I think that's where we need to go anyway. But I think, there we go. So the ballerina statue is another secret passageway. There's only 2, but it takes us up to the floor with the infirmary, which is the 4th floor. So let's see, if we go up to the 5th floor, I believe that's where she is located. I will say, this music, after a while, does get really grating on the ears. And she's not here, but that's fine. We'll talk with the card guy, collected all the alchemy cards, charms cards. We're just gonna fast forward through, not fast forward per se, but like mash through the different card category things, because honestly, of course we have everything. And we got card combos. Now these chests are all the ones that are unlocked. So if we go up to all of these, we get 10 of every type of potion for the alchemy set. For the charm set, we get the Flitwick's minigame, which I'll show those off at the end of the series. For the curses chest, Mucus ad nauseum and Petrificus totalis have been upgraded to max power, and that's for everyone, whether they're in our party or not. So Hermione and Ron will be able to use those. maxed out for their specific characters as well. We got a protection category, and we got a dragon cloak, which I'm going to actually, no, I'm not going to equip it right now because there's going to be other stuff we need to collect. 5 levels of experience, which is cool. For the whatever that one was. The general secret chest, we got a lapel pin, and flipendos have been maxed. For the, was this the healing? Yes. Awarded 2 levels and find a moonstone. Alright. Let's see. Hogwarts chest, you receive the Tricorner and Dragonskin gloves, and your Incendio spells have been upgraded to maximum level. That's the spell we were going to get in Herbology. We did not get that spell yet, so we cannot use it in combat. But once we learn it, it will automatically be maxed out. For the musician, we get the Dragonskin boots, and Vertimilius spell has been upgraded. Cool. For the Quidditch, we get all the Quidditch items. So we get a helmet, jersey, gloves, and boots, which we're just going to give Ron. Transfiguration, you can play the Transfiguration challenge. You also gain a house ring, and your Vermilius spells max power. Cool. So let's go into our equip slots, and we're going to just start adding some some clothing. Now, as you can see, our defense, agility, magic strength, magic defense, and regular strength all get different bonuses depending on the item. And some items are better than others. So like, in this case, the Quidditch gloves are almost as good as the Dragonskin gloves. It just changes the agility by 2. So we're going to equip as much as we can. We have a Dragonskin cloak, and the Quidditch jersey is basically the same as well, except magic defense is 2 different as well. So Ron's going to be super OP. I have no belt item, but we do have shoes. So we're going to add those, and I think for the item, we're going to do the house ring, I believe. Once we get a belt, we can leverage that, but we're getting up there in power, so we're basically unstoppable. We were basically unstoppable before, but it's one of those, once we have everything equipped, we will just be pretty much non-stop. Let's see, where is that girl that wanted the photo? Maybe she was on like the 2nd floor. I don't remember. That's not her. Let's go back down to the dungeon, work our way up, because it's one of those, we're gonna have to do it anyway. But she's definitely not in the dungeon. She's either on the 2nd floor or 3rd, maybe. But all right, so we have let's show off. We have the Vermilius spell. Now we have Vermilius Tria. We also have Vertimilius Duo and Tria, and Flipendo 1, 2, and 3. Incendio. Oh, I do have Incendio. Wait, I can actually. Oh, I don't have to go to Herbology. I thought I did. Okay. Mucus ad nauseum. Basically, that just does sick damage, so it's curse damage. Petrificus Totalis is stun spell for determined amount of turns. Scourge, Expelliarmus, and Fumos we don't have ability access to yet. Expelliarmus we will get, but not yet. Fumos and Scourge, I believe, are not ones that Harry can use, so we can never use those as Harry. I guess we'll just use Flipendo, just regular Flipendo for now, to save our magic points. And it does 50 damage, but enemies do sometimes scale. But only their health, I think, not really anything else of worth, because, like, come on, they're doing 1, if that, damage, so it's one of those, not too big a deal. And also maybe that bat just had more health, because this skull's almost dead completely with just a basic Flipendo. Cool. Alright, so just keep moving on through. Most of the areas we will not have to encounter enemies, but the dungeons we do, so not ideal. Let's see. Where is... what's her name? I don't know what her name is. It's just some girl. I don't think she... and she's in the main hallway. She's not like in a side classroom or anything like that, so... At least as far as I remember. Maybe it's her. Nope, not her. So, talking with all the NPCs, they basically have very pertinent discussions to make. Like, they will talk about different pieces of, like, oh, you have to go to herbology, or whatever, and they'll talk about other herbology aspects and whatnot. Oh, there she is. Okay, so she's on the 3rd floor, I guess? Alright, so we gave up the Lockhart portrait, and we got a flashlight instead. And her parents are non-magic, so we just gotta find the non-magic classroom, which I don't think is here. This is the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. Non-magic is upstairs somewhere. I don't remember. I'll be honest. But that's okay, because we'll find it. It's not like it's super... There's not a lot of rooms that we have to check. Nope. Wait, nope, not this room. I don't think. History of Magic. Okay, so that's where using the select button is very useful. It'll tell you different rooms and stuff that you're actually in. So, if you're unsure, use the where am I function. There we go. We gotta talk to this kid. So we have a student assistant, we give up the flashlight, and instead we get a harmonica in return. Alright, so we're gonna just go literally across the hallway, because that is where the music room is, I believe, if I remember right. There we go. So we just gotta talk to this guy, who is really spiky hair. Some non-magical harmonica, give up the harmonica, and then we have the whistle. Alright, and that's for Professor Binns, so we gotta take that. We're just gonna go right on downstairs, because we were right next to the History of Magic classroom, and usually the professor's offices are right next to where... okay. Oh, we actually have to go to the classroom, not the office. My bad. Usually the offices for the professors are right next to their classrooms, so not too bad. Not hard to really find if we just look around. So we'll talk to Professor Binns, which is never seen in the movie. It's only in the book, and it is accurate for the book for having him in the game as well, so... So we give him the whistle, and it's a dragon skin cloak. Alright, so we have 2 dragon skin cloaks. One that we're wearing currently that we got from the Hogwarts card chests, but then also we have the one from that trading sequence. So, as a result, we can put all of our party members with dragon skin or high-level cloaks and clothing. So, we're going to definitely do that once we get our party members again, but for now we're just going to hold on to it. If we wanted to, we could sell the dragon skin cloak for quite a lot of money. So let's go do our herbology class. There's only 4 kids in the class, you know, whatever. So this is basically following the book and the movie where Hermione is mentioning about the restorative powers of the Mandrake, even though they're deadly. So it's one of those we want to... be very careful with these mandrakes and whatnot. Even though they're infants, they can still knock us out. Alright, so we're gonna do the potting, and we just gotta... The professor's just leaving the greenhouse for some reason, you know. And the mandrakes are making a break for it. And those are some really good earmuffs if you can't hear someone yelling. I mean, it blocks out the screaming of the mandrakes, sure, but man, even with, like, even shooting, if you go shooting and you have to wear ear protection, you're still hearing all of the stuff going on. It's not like completely gone, but whatever. So, this is a Doxy, or not a Doxy, a Pixie. Pixies are vulnerable to the Flipendo because they're, it's a wind... Usually anything that blows wind is weak to wind, or flies or whatever. Usually a Flipendo will be traditionally the thing that it's weak to. When we get into later on in the game, I'll show the higher level spells and things like that, but for now we're just going to stick with basic Flipendo. Let's get our first Mandrake, and we got to fight that. And where is the Mandrake? I do like that because this game is a Game Boy Color, and the sound is very limited with the music. You can't, like, sometimes it screws up the channel if certain menu item sounds are played. But all right, so it's the baby Mandrake, vulnerable to red and Incendio, Vermilius, I think, resistant to Flipendo and Verdimillious. So we don't want to use Flipendo for this, but we do have Incendio, and since we have 3 levels of Incendio, I'm just going to use 1 for each one. So for this first one, we're going to use basic. It does 81 damage, instant win, which is great because the other ones are just going to get absolutely destroyed. Also, the Mandrake face is fucking hilarious. It's just terrible. Also, a rabbit. We're just going to Flipendo it. Get rid of it. A little bit cruel, but I think these are like special rabbits or something like that, maybe? I don't remember. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna... Oh, damn it. I skipped one and have to fight a different thing. Alright, Flipendo on this creature here. Because it's flying, instant, easy one hit win. Now, I will say, it doesn't help that, it doesn't hurt, rather, that I am super over-leveled for all of this. Like I said, health sometimes scales, but generally speaking, we're just way more powerful than we need to be. So, alright, second Mandrake, we're going to do level 2 of Incendio. Column of Fire, 146 damage. The first one, basic level, was 81. I can't wait to see what the final level is. And I will say, us picking up the Mandrakes, hilarious, because they are really ugly as shit in the little bottom bar or whatever. Now, Ruby Fire Crabs there don't have a vulnerability, but they are resistant to 2 different spells. So what we want to do is we just want to use something that isn't one of those spells. We're just going to do Flipendo Duo. And that brings a full-blown, like, tornado, and it doesn't do an instant hit, so... Which is fine. We're going to go back to cast the spell. We're going to try the trio, because I just want to show what that does. That brings an actual tornado, not just a little spiral spout thing or whatever. There we go. All right, final Mandrake. Let's go get him. All right, Incendio. Time to absolutely demolish this thing. 40 magic points to use this spell, but we have almost 300 total, so... And it does 200 damage, almost. Just shy of 200 damage. That's crazy. But hey, look at that little ugly thing at the bottom. Ah! So, alright, so we got the last Mandrake. Let's go bring them back to class. Generally speaking, this is where you would learn the Incendio spell if you did not already have it as part of the crates, the chests of rewards. But since we do have it, it isn't going to be something we'll just like revert back. Damn it. Thought at the last second. Alright, you know what? We're going to Flipendo Tria. And it does. Flipendo Tria is all enemies on the field. It's not just the one you target. So some spells do that. I think that's one of the few that does, but it's pretty handy. I mean, yeah, it uses 10 magic points, but for damage against everybody, it's pretty handy, especially if they're weak to it. So I got the Mandrakes back, give them up to the professor. Ah, and she got bamboozled. So we learned Incendio Uno. Now, the way that this game operates is the more you use the spell, the more powerful it gets. So I think it's like 50 to bring it to level 2, 100 to level 3, like I mentioned in the previous episode. Time to go get our stuff for Defense Against the Dark Arts. But look at that. We got a new card combo waiting in the collector's room. Cool. Let's go head on up to the second floor, and we will be able to go do the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Now, this is still locked. It will be locked until, I think, later on in the plot. So we want to go do that when we get the opportunity to, but for now, this is the first floor. This is just the regular classroom. We're going to go up a couple floors. So one more floor, because we're in the Transfiguration hallway, I believe. So up this one, and this should be it. I do like that they have different themes for each of the floors, so you kind of have a visual cue of which one you're on, but... Alright, Gilderoy Lockhart, Earl of Merlin, 5-time winner of the Witch Weeklies, blah blah blah. Everyone knows that line, that's seen that movie more than once. So, again, only 4 kids in the class, 3 of them are our friends, so, and us, so, yeah. Alright, it's also weird that his portrait back is red, which usually indicates anger or rage, at least so far, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so the pixies are out, and he's gonna try and get them back, but obviously he fails because he's absolutely shit. But, beauty pageant in a mirror factory. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's do one of the other minigames that we can do in this game, which is the pixie capture minigame. You move the cursor around, you charge a spell, and then once a pixie is in the spell, you can release the A button, and it'll capture them. And you can capture more than one at a time. So, like, these two, for example. If I was not absolutely terrible... And you don't have to charge the spell up all the way, either. But those two I got at the same time, which is nice. So you just gotta do this for 30 seconds. Let's try to get as many points as you can. This is on easy mode, so the pixies themselves just kind of move up and down slightly. But generally speaking, if you're doing it on harder difficulties, the more up and down motion they'll have. So we got all the pixies, and of course the professor's back, because, yeah, whatever. Alright, so, good show, and we got them all. And let's see, top marks. Now, unlike other games in this series, and we also got Ron and Hermione in the group, which is nice. Now that we have that, we can give people stuff. Alright, so give him that. Yeah, we're gonna give him the Quidditch jersey instead of the Chudley Cannons jersey, because it is a significantly better item. Give him the gloves, no belt, and the boots. And you know what? We'll give him the Moonstone. And for Hermione, we don't have much left, but we'll give her the helmet. She can't wear the helmet. I forgot about that. But we will give her the dragon skin cloak. She can't wear the cloak. Okay. So she gets the... Alright. She gets the jersey. Oh. And the lapel pin. You know what? We're gonna remove the... And Ron is gonna get the dragon's... Ron can't wear the dragon skin cloak either. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so since she can wear the jersey, but not the cloak, and Ron can't wear the dragon skin cloak either, we're gonna go and sell it. Because that's one of those... Oh, first Quidditch match. Alright, cool. So we actually do get to play Quidditch in this game. But we're going to go up to the top floor. And we're going to get some additional clothing items. Only because we don't have really anything. Which is mildly annoying. But, it's one of those. We'll also sell that spare dragon skin cloak. Because obviously if we already have 2 and Harry's the only one that can wear it. No real reason to keep them. So let's sell the dragon skin cloak. It's for 15,000 sickles. But we're also going to sell the Quidditch helmet, because we can't use that either. And I don't need a lot of this stuff, like regular Wiggenwelds. We're going to sell those. We're going to sell the No, we're going to keep the antidotes. Pepper up. We're going to get rid of those. Because we got the 10 of every potion from the alchemy box. So we're going to do... Let's see. Can we do rubber gloves, I guess? Sure. And I think Hermione can wear the bonnet, but I don't know if there's another hat. At least not that we have available yet. So we're just going to buy it just so we have it. Yeah, I think we're good for that for now. So let's go equip that to... Oh. Ah. Hermione. Oh, that's right. We got the... Oh, rubber gloves. Bonnet. Really looks so weird walking around with all this. It is not really nice, but whatever. Either way, that is, I think, a good spot. We're going to save quick. That's a good spot to end the episode before we go to our Quidditch match. Or practice, I believe is what it is. So I will see you all next time. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you had a good time. See you then.